Hello, all my late night friends. Um, it's Infinity here with the Infinity Shift, and I am joining you. Let's see, what time is it? It's after midnight. It's almost 1 in the morning now on a Thursday night, and I just came from a birthday party with at a friend of mine's house, and so I've tagged her and some of the girls I was having conversation with earlier, and because I wanted them to be part of the conversation. So if you girls are up, I hope you join us, and I'm happy you're here. Um, so we were talking earlier. Actually, first, let me just check in with you. Did any of you decide what to do with your gifts? Did anybody decide to pull out something old or get rid of something or have any thoughts on our last video? Um, I was thinking about that one, and yeah, there's no right or wrong answer on the gifts thing. It's totally a personal. It's really, really personal. Somebody mentioned something that I hadn't even really thought of before I made that last video, and that was like she had like a really, like a robe that was really special to her, and she like three robes, and she had given those away to a women's shelter, which was amazing too. So just because we have attachments to things doesn't mean that they're not useful for other people. So if we have trouble using them ourselves, our gifts, then give them away to somebody else who can be blessed by that. So I thought that was awesome, and I didn't even think of it myself. So thank you to I don't know who you were. I don't remember at this point who you were, but that was a great idea. Anyway, so what's a boomerang? I had a great discussion with a bunch of women tonight, bunch of single ladies, and we were discussing um, just our history, and we all had this thing in common, um, where you date someone for a while, and then they go away for a period of time, for a significant period of time, and then suddenly they come around again. And this is a really, really common thing, and so many of us have had this experience with men, and I'm sure it's happened. It happens from the male perspective as well, and I call it a boomerang. And I'm sure that's not original, but nobody in my life used. I think there was a movie Boomerang. Was that what this was about? Because I've always wondered. Anyway, um, so when this happens, it is really hard because usually what attracted you in the first place to each other is still there, unless 50 years have gone by and you look a lot different, or something significantly different about either one of you. The attraction is still going to be there. And for positive people, for positive, optimistic people, when as time passes, we tend to filter out the negative memories and fill them up with positive memories, and that's why so often we end up going back to the same relationships and we make the same mistakes because we haven't really truly learned from our old mistakes. So if we end up with the same person, has anybody out there done this? I want to know, if am I the only one? I know I'm not. Um, so has anybody learned this lesson the hard way, that getting that going through a significant time period with someone you have broken up with or stopped seeing for some good legitimate reason beyond you don't like the hair color or something like that, um, that the problem has repeated after a while, after a period of time? What about when the person comes back and says, gosh, you are really worth changing for, and I don't know what I was thinking? Um, has anybody experienced that and have a story to tell? Did that end up playing out in the long run? When I dated a guy a while back, and it was a boomerang situation. This has happened to me a lot. I didn't have a whole lot of years of dating in between marriage and now, but I've had this happen a lot where I dated and then they've disappeared and then they've come back. Anyway, so this was one of those cases, and another friend of mine, I was considering starting to see this guy again, And another friend of mine said, you know, you need to be careful because a leopard doesn't change their spots. And I thought, psh, whatever. He says he regrets it. It'll be fine. Just fine. Just don't even worry about it. You don't know him. You don't know me. We're different people now. So, it played out, and it turns out that was absolutely right. And for the most part, that is the case. Is that what you've experienced? Have you experienced the other way? I want to know how many of you out there have taken a chance on a boomerang and had it work out where the leopard really did change his spots. Did I say stripes? Leopards don't have stripes. They have spots. It's tigers with stripes. So, what do you think? My advice is, for the most part, trust your gut and know that when you decided to make that split, it was a wise decision, and you were in a better place than you are right now to make the decision about a relationship because the memory has faded. There are exceptions. Having said that, I just want to say there are exceptions to every rule. Obviously, there are exceptions. There are the people that have really turned around and gone, man, I really screwed that up, and I want to change my life and be who this person deserves. Or there are exceptions, but for the most part, you need to trust yourself, because when you break up with someone and then you down the road end up getting back together, what you're really saying is, I don't trust myself. I don't trust the decisions that I made a year ago, or that I made 3 years ago, or that I made 2 months ago, or whatever your situation is. You're saying that you don't trust your own judgment. So that is my advice for tonight, is trust your gut, even if your gut was talking to you a long time ago, and really, really figure out what your I don't know what I'm going to say. I have no idea. I don't know how to finish that sentence. I think it might be a little late. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome night and enjoy the satisfaction that a boomerang brings. Because really what that's saying is, you are awesome, you are worth it, and that breakup was not about you, it was about me. And your end of the breakup was not about them, it was about you. So make sure you're working on you so you're ready for next time. All right, have a good night. Bye-bye.